Hello, this presentation is about instructional leadership for my PGCSE course. And here I will go through about how I apply instructional leadership at CIS, which is my school. But before we start, I want to just read this quote where it says that a leader is someone who elevates others, who takes the other people with them, as evident on this mountain. Now, my journey as a leader, I started working as a coordinator at Raudatul Quran Kareem in Mumbai. In 2022, I came to Dubai, where I started working as a teacher at an instructional tutoring company. And then in 2024, I joined CIS, where I'm currently working as a DP coordinator and as a biology teacher. So this is my school, Collegiate International School, and these are some of the courses that are offered at CIS. Now, by looking at the list of the various courses, it is evident that how important leadership is in the school. If the leadership fails, then there can be a lot of confusion and chaos among the students, teachers, and the other members of the school, where the decision making can become a real challenge. Now, the leadership at CIS is the first. We have our principal who provides the major instructions, who designs policies, and then they are given to the two heads. We have a head of secondary and head of primary. Under the head of primary, we have the head of departments, and under head of secondary, we have a deputy head who is responsible for the behavioral and pastoral challenges of the students. Then we have our head of department, DP MYP coordinator, and phase leaders. As you can see, the DP coordinator, phase leaders, and head of department are at the same plane. So this also suggests the importance of distributional leadership, and that under the head of departments, we have different subject teachers. Now, my role comes as a DP coordinator and as a biology teacher. And these are some of my responsibilities. For example, I'm responsible for the administrative task, curriculum, and internal external examinations, training of teachers, conducting PD for DP teachers, carrying out CAS activities, and so much more. Now, reflecting upon my role at CIS, it's a rough estimation of what I have achieved or what my day looks like on day-to-day basis. So leadership is 50%, where I'm more inclined towards supporting my teachers, guiding them, being the bridge between IB and the school, contacting my SLT, and transferring information from the policymakers to the employers. Then we have, of course, teaching, and the last is teacher support, where I do a lot of PD sessions with my teachers and do one-on-ones meetings with them and support them. Now, what instruction leadership is? Instruction leadership focuses on improving teaching and learning. It's a very important thing by Hallinger and Murphy, and it is responsible for equity, support, communication, celebration, and inclusion. My favorite is celebration. Many times in school, we forget that when someone does very good, or when the teachers fulfill their responsibilities to beyond the expectations, then we must celebrate those successes. And again, another one is inclusion. We must include all the stakeholders. That means parents, students, teachers, SLT members, when you are designing policies, when you are implementing new ideas. So these two things are something that I really like to imply in CIS. Now, why instruction leadership matters? Definitely in a school setting where you have a team member of 800 students, 600 working staff, and a big SLT team, then instruction leadership is extremely important for carrying out the day-to-day activities as smoothly as possible. So here, through this, we improve the students' achievement, professional development, inclusion, adaptability, and promote collaboration. Adaptability is important because the Dubai government rules are ever changing, the policies are changing, and even the world around us is changing. And if we do not adapt, then we are basically dead. Okay, the key theories in instruction leadership that I will focus on in this presentation is instruction leadership model by Hallinger and Murphy, distributional leadership by Spallin, and transformational leadership by Bass. Okay, so what is instruction leadership? It is basically improvising teaching and learning through clear goals, curriculum management, and supervision. It emphasizes on setting academic targets, monitoring instructions, and teacher support. We do so at CIS by curriculum support. So I invest a lot of my time in designing and developing curriculum for the school. Second, PD sessions, and third is the lesson observations, which I can purely say that my teachers are not very happy with the lesson observations. They feel that they are being watched, but in reality, these observations allow me to generate feedback, to find out the gaps in the teaching, what resources I can help them out with, and what PD sessions are needed for further development. The next one is distributed leadership. It's at CIS, we have a very good distributed leadership. The concept is very well integrated into the hearts of the teachers and the SLT. But the whole idea is that you delegate the work, and you let other, like you do not do everything on your own. Rather, you distribute the tasks so that the teachers can take a very good initiative on their own. At CIS, we do so by collaborating with colleagues, delegating work, and celebrating their success. And third is by inclusiveness in decision making. The last one is transformational leadership. As the name suggests, it is not just about being a leader, rather it is about transforming others who you are leading. And at CIS, we do so by being the role model, weekly meetings, and by being the bridge between the school and the IB. I would like to emphasize more on being the role model, because as a teacher, you're just not the role model for your students, but you're also the role model for your teachers. The way you behave, the way you lead also inspires others around you. Then these are the comparison of the three theories. I've written down the pros, cons, and what are the applications of them at CIS. I will not go in detail regarding the pros, but for the cons of instructional leadership model, what I feel one of the basic thing which is lacking is that it takes the autonomy away from the teacher at times. It relies more focus on the principal who are making the decisions, and it's just basically following. But at CIS, this has been improved by constant feedback and the analysis of the students' performance and exam analysis. So these allows us to be a little just and modify our leadership. Then the next one is transformational leadership, where one of the major con is that the leader has to be highly motivated, highly charismatic. If the leader is lacking that, then they will not be able to uplift the others around them. And at CIS, we do so by applying Wildcat, which is like a behavior policy where the students, Wildcat is an acronym where the students follow certain things in their day-to-day life, and it aims at building the ATL skills, which is the approaches to learning, and it integrates extremely well with IB. The last one is the distributed leadership. Here, one of the major cons is that if the responsibility are unclear among the teachers or among the delegated staff members, then it can create a lot of chaos. And last one, there are multiple voices when you are making a decision that can create a lot of problem at times. But this can be dealt easily by the leader. If the leader is confident, if the leader just hears everything and understand what needs to be done and how to prioritize things, then of course the challenges can be resolved easily. Now here, this is a glimpse of all the comparison of the three theories. Now I want to reflect on my leadership practice at CIS. During the tenure of 6-7 months that I have been employed as a DP coordinator, I want to show that there is a baseline on this graph, the black line. It shows that what these submissions and other things looked like before I joined the school, and after being the leader, after 7 months, what are the improvements. So we can clearly see that the submissions of the students has improved drastically. The use of various resources by the teachers have also improved. The student stress has come down, and last, the communication between the teachers, the school, the IB, and between the SLT and teachers have also improved. Now the teachers feel more confident in going to the SLT members. I also imply an open door policy in my school, where the teachers, students, or anyone can come freely to my office and discuss their ideas as well as their concerns. So this is one of the most important thing in a leadership practice, that you are open to new ideas, new suggestions, and you also reflect back on the feedback given to you. The future leadership at CIS looks like constant learning, applying those changes, then solving those challenges, and then constantly acquiring the feedback from different stakeholders, improvising based on those feedback. And then last is consistency. The consistency is extremely important, because if you have a set routine, then the things just fall in its place and you don't have to challenge yourself too much. So consistency is very good during instructional leadership. And thank you.